I had just quit a very low-paying barista job that was putting me in too much stress when I decided that I should use this free time between jobs well to travel. Having one of my good friends living on the other side of Europe, I decided to visit since I finally had the time. I didn't really have a lot of money though, so for this trip I had to go on a budget. I'm very open about finances for travel, so I'll add a little summary at the end of the video if you're curious. This budget thing did cost me my comfort and quiet, as well as not sleeping for 2 nights to travel, because traveling at night does save you time and money, but it definitely robs you of sleep. I left Utrecht, where I was living at the time, late in the evening at about 9 o'clock. I got onto an overcrowded train towards Switzerland, and lucky me, I could get off in a few stops in about 3 hours. So I decided to treat myself to a hot pasta to start the night well. I had to hop on and off trains in the middle of the night. Being a solo traveling girl is not a joke, so I always made sure to update my partner or family and stay close to other people, but traveling at night is totally worth it. It's such a different world. The longest train ride that I had to take was from midnight till about 5:30 in the morning. I walked through the entire train to find a place to sleep quietly because damn, people in trains snore so loudly. I couldn't film this for privacy reasons, but it's a strange sight to walk through a train full of people and everyone is just lying there motionless in their seats, eyes closed and in the weirdest positions. At 6 in the morning, I finally had a place for myself. Obviously, I was super hyped and awake, so I couldn't really sleep. Instead, I enjoyed the quiet and beautiful landscapes for as long as I could, before the train would be busier. I got a free water bottle, which was included in the price of your ticket, and the toilet was clean. I really liked this train ride through Poland. It was quite comfortable. After a full night of solo traveling as a girl alone, I finally reached Warsaw at noon. Warsaw is such a beautiful city. A lot of history, art, music, and the cutest streets. I stayed with my friend for free, but tried to chip in for coffee and food when she'd allow me. During the day, she had to go to uni, so while she was studying, I got back into sketching and enjoyed some time alone. After traveling alone at night for 14 hours to Warsaw, I had to visit the National Museum to find some quiet and peace again. This museum was so big and I'm the kind of girl that wants to read everything. I usually try to save money on food, but this time I decided I wanted to go for lunch at the museum. The food was incredible and cheaper than I'd expected, even for having 3 courses. I stayed for another few hours, but unfortunately I didn't have time to see everything. So it's on my travel bucket list to go back there someday. I solo traveled to Warsaw to see my friend, but I visited during the week, so when she had to work or study, I went out alone to see this beautiful old European city. I had chocolate cake while reading my book at a cute cafe, bought souvenirs as I saved coasters from every country I go to, went vintage shopping, and of course I had to visit the museum. I stayed with my friend in Warsaw for 3 days before traveling back to the Netherlands alone. To travel on a budget, you have to give up a lot of comfort. So I waited in a cute cafe for a few hours while reading to wait for my bus to arrive. I didn't film the road back as it was a horrible experience, but I can tell you this, I slept for maybe half an hour, had a burping man sitting opposite me for 2 hours, people drinking beers on the bus, lots of people talking in the middle of the night when others tried to sleep, and being stuffed in one position for 19 hours with just a few breaks. It's not fun, but it did get me out of my comfort zone and cost me only 69 euros. From now on, let me spend a little more money for a little more sleep. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about solo traveling, don't hesitate to ask in the comments.